Yo lads and ladies, welcome to this commentary slash analysis video of a game I recently played. It's a Mongols versus Rus game on Highview. So Rus is pretty strong on land maps at the moment and Mongols on hybrid maps. So this is a pretty good matchup to see at this point. It's on Highview, so it's a map that's usually favorable to a lot of scout play due to the vision requirements here as well. So I'm going for a fairly short Dark Age build here, just to go up to straight to Feudal here. I'm expecting to see his Horse Archer build, which is really common right now, and see him using that to win the game pretty much. And I want to counter that by going straight Feudal Aggression, because he's really vulnerable at that point there. So we're just starting off here, scanning for sheep of course, and dealing with hunt. I don't go for a second scout here to deny anything. I just go for my Khan here pretty much. And I just want to push as much resources as possible to just deal with him. And push as much resources towards my Feudal Age aggression. Put all the food onto archers or spears or whatever I need at that point. And he is going for a full villager on sheep pretty much here, and then gains the rest of the gold through his hunting cabin and hunt with the 2 scouts he produced, I think. So he went for double scouts here. So where's the other one though? And the second one here. So yeah, he's just gathering hunt himself there. But never goes to the other side of my map here, so going for just the Khan in this game for me pays off a lot, since I don't need to invest any of that food. Otherwise, he could have maybe countered a bit more and gained more out of this. So further on, this is a fairly boring game at the start here at least, since we're just ignoring Dark Age completely in terms of aggression. Just trying to gain some hunt, gather some sheep, and that's it. So I've dealt with my deer here. He's been dealing with his own deer. Don't think he's found the patch at the back here. My other patches here as well, so I think I have not seen that at that point here, but we do start looking for this now as well. So we find a deer here as well, and yeah, start trying to clear that, deal as much as possible. In reality, I should be looking for wolves as much as possible, since they're gonna give him the most gold, so I want to deny those, but we're only with 1 Khan, so I want to just use everything I can and just take down whatever I see, because I'm not going to scout enough compared to the 2 scouts he has pretty much right from the start there. So very similar to the build I'm doing on, I did for Fast Mangadai here pretty much. 5 on food, 1 on Uwu, and then 2 on wood to open up with here. And he is already clicking up here with a fast uptime, of course, since he just never has to go on gold himself here. We are somewhat close to clicking up here. I mean, we've clicked up already, so that's my stupidity right there. But yeah, stay. I had 1 more on gold when I click up usually, and then the rest goes on wood now. I need the wood for archers, I need the wood for rams, I need it for blacksmith, a bunch of stuff right at the start there. And then 3 on gold just allows me to get the upgrades that I need from the blacksmith, since you're mostly gonna ignore economic upgrades from the Jur here, just to get as much units as possible. Since this strategy that I'm going for is very all-in-ish to deal with his fast castle here. So he's up here, immediately goes for professional scouts here, I guess, and yeah, there he is. Usually very good timing for them. It's insane, you can't really even catch up with it, because they just gain the gold that they need so quickly, and we can't really deal with it. So I'm almost up here, and yeah, all of my villagers are just going to wood here now, and I'm just trying to get as much as wood as possible to get down buildings. So at first it's going to be a ranged ain't blacksmith, of course, just to get some units producing and get some upgrades going as well. Just scouting around here, and yeah, since it's so common that we can just do this kind of aggressive build against this pretty much, and it works out really well. But how many scouts did he go for here? I didn't check this properly. So one here, and one more here. So he's 3 scouts. Like a lot of times I do see like 6 scouts from this, but he did not go for this in this situation here. And yeah, I'm thinking my next build is going to be probably a professional scouts build for Mongols, making use of the double production for scouts and from the stables. See how that works out, since pro scouts is pretty much a requirement on land maps to get ahead in terms of food these days. It's safe and it's really quick as well, so nothing you can do about it until they nerf it pretty much. He's at 310 bounty, which is a decent amount. Like, you would expect him to be like 400, since I barely invested into denying him here at all. Mixes in a... Has he got deer here? You can't really see if he has deer there. Mixes in a wooden fortress with that 20% increased wood from this, so that will help him out a bit. But you can see here the massive food income. Doesn't need to go on gold whatsoever, that will just auto-generate pretty much, or you can just sell some from the golden gate here for the perfect price. So that's what he's most likely gonna do to finish that off. But yeah, the deer are starting to come in. Adding another hunting cabin here. And I am starting to produce the archers and some spears. So a lot of times, if you just have archers, he can just mass scouts with the amount of food he has and deal with us so easily. So you want to definitely have spears in the mix. And he has access to early knights as well. So if you don't have spears, your archers are just going to melt and you're not going to be able to do much at all here. Yeah, so food income can't keep up because of course we went for an all-inish build. But we have a bunch of wood here to start adding rams. Start pushing here. So my goal here is to add rams and start pushing his small buildings, especially the houses and game house. So by the time he gets in, he's housed pretty much and can't produce any horse archers, which are the unit he wants to go for. At the moment they're slightly bugged as well. They fire 0.5 speed as well in this patch. And yeah, deal with these small little houses. This gives us 100 resources each when we destroy them as well. Maybe they're slightly low. No, it's 100 resources here. So that gives us a ton here as well. Kill the houses, get him housed. So you can see already, like, how many small buildings is this? So 6 buildings here. He sees my ram here though and cancels the house immediately. And there's another one on this side as well. I think I'm moving the deer stuns to get the movement speed boost here as well. My first push doesn't do much here, sadly. It could have been a bit stronger. But we're also already idling his wood, which is important for us here. We want to stop him from getting enough ranges up and also stop him from getting a blacksmith as well, so to get upgrades up for his horse archers later on. But this is a big mistake for me. I waste a ram right at the start of the game. But we're idling villages, so it's an okay-ish trade. Managed to get a scout off as well. He did end up adding a few more scouts to just deal with this. But you see here, he cancelled the house earlier and now he's housed 40 out of 40 right now. So this is the goal here. Game house, denies wood as much as possible, and it's getting more scouts here right now, ready to click up as well. We have added nothing too much here at home, just the outpost to get the speed buff, the yam arrow from it, since we moved our deer stones up, and also moved down to the deer here, which he never took apparently, to get a decent food source going, because our sheep have run out here. Yeah, I'm just sitting around here trying to get a mass of rams going and start pushing him now. He's clicking up already, so this is a really weak point for him right now. Roos with this build is always weak around this area. Like early Castle Age, late Feudal, they're gonna be super weak and struggle to push out. So we are just massing here. We have a bunch of upgrades here, just missing melee armor here, I think. Yeah, we're missing melee and melee attack as well. So we're pushing in as well. He's up, so we need to. We're on the. If we let him sit now, then we will struggle. So I'm going straight for the houses here. These houses cost 50 wood as well. And if we check here, so this is his pop count here. He's already like 2 houses killed, and he's mostly going to get pop capped here straight away. Yeah, so one more house. And for some reason I'm focusing this, but this is already burning down, which is great. I guess I want to kill off the Warden Fortress because we're taking too much damage from this. But yeah, one more ram hit from on the house, and we're good here. And yeah, he's housed now. 7 popped over already, and losing a bunch of villages. So 31 to 33, already ahead in villages here. Little scout harassment, which I've noticed as much as possible here. That's about it. But yeah, we've gained so many resources here already. Cleared all of the units that we're talking about here, and keep on pushing now. Now he's housed even more, 12. We'll kill off the last house here, and he's adding ranges, which he can't really produce from. So that's a big problem for him. Another... We just move back here because he just starts targeting our units and start massing rams again. So we did save up quite a lot of resources here from this, killing a bunch of buildings, and this allows us to click up onto the next age here. Wood is becoming quite far away. I should have replaced this with Jur, but I need the wood for the front pretty much. All of the wood needs to go towards rams here. So yeah, he's trying to save up for another woodline here. I definitely could be just moving around and trying to hit this point here right now and just denying the woodline again. But we tunnel vision onto this here pretty much and just keep pushing, which is not the biggest problem. We denied a lot already. I mean, he's still housed here. Still housed, struggling to get houses up. Still housed by 2 houses here pretty much. Still doesn't have enough wood for the next house. Nothing's popping out. He's fully stacked here. So sniping those houses gives us a massive advantage for Mongols there. Because if you would let this sit around, it's gonna mess up horse archers, and we're gonna struggle to deal with that pretty much. More resources for us here, almost ready to click up for us here. Just need to rebalance the eco a bit more. But we engage here. What's our villager count on here right now? So I'm on 37, he's on 28. Massive difference. And he's losing even more here now. This is pretty much over. We gained so much from just killing this already here. And we are almost ready to kill off these units. The first monk that comes out gets killed off early as well. And he's finally got enough houses up to start producing from a single range here, which he doesn't have any wood for pretty much. And no upgrades on these. We are pretty much fully upgraded here and ready to just get more rams going. Get more rams rolling in the set. And I think we did just add 3 racks here because I saw so many scouts for him. So we just added way more racks than we needed pretty much to deal with them. So these horse archers here are super... The cost for these are super cheap, and they also, like mentioned before, their fire rate is faster than it should be. Does it say on here fire rate? Attack speed is 2 seconds, but in reality it's 1.5. Unless they fix the bug. So he can't really do this, even though we're feudal, he can't really deal with this. Like, what's he gonna do against this? We have enough spears to deal with the scouts, and he has 4 horse archers to deal with this. And his villages that all his food income are idled. I'm just sitting here idling him, and then this, but in hindsight, this definitely would have been a stronger push. So many little buildings here that we can have pushed and just clicked up afterwards. Yeah, it's just this villager count is just absolutely low now. 43 to 23. we have double his villages. This push has been insane for us right now. So this is a perfect composition for us right now, especially since he doesn't have any upgrades. He can't afford to get the upgrades. He doesn't have the eco to get the gold or the blacksmith to actually start getting upgrades for himself. And we are like just casually sitting around here with enough resources almost to click up here, so the market should be coming up soon here, so that should be here right now. But our push is ready to go here pretty much. He tries to clear us here, I think. He has no upgrades on these, so they're not going to do much. 12 to double damage on these though, they're still insane, especially with that fire rate. And like the cost of them. He does clear us here though, but at what cost? He lost like about 50% of his eco here already, so nothing is gonna come from this pretty much. Send some more villagers to deal with this pretty much, but that's it. Like, even though he engaged with the technically stronger army, since he's up to Castle Age with those units, he just lost way more, and this cost a lot. So we are replenishing here, but we get routed here. It's just like the only moment we get routed, but I am ready to click up here. So market's coming up, more ranges are coming up to deal with the horse archers here in the set. In reality, what he should be doing is clearing this up and going for counterattacks, trying to hit vulnerabilities, which he's gonna struggle to find really, since we can just put down outposts as quickly as possible. So we get up to the right resources here, rebalance eco here, pretty imbalanced eco since we were mostly focusing on the aggression here. But yeah, getting jury about. Like, in all hindsight here, I should have just went for the Kurita here, really. Since that is going to give us a buff and we're going full aggro here anyway. So I just should have went for that, replenished my troops and pushed them again. Because we don't really need that much gold for what comp we're going for. It's literally just for the upgrades right there. And that's all we need. So he has 4 horse archers here in the set. Starts collecting relics, so it looks like first relic 70 minutes in here, so I'll push decimated his eco. So 51 once I reach Castle Age to 19, so 30 villages ahead. The push just like he should have resigned when he was getting hit here already pretty much, but since he was up to Castle Age this early, it was, yeah, looks like E4 he could still hang on pretty much. But we're like 1k ahead in resources here as well, and ready to push him soon. But yeah, this step redoubt did not do much for us afterwards. Kuritai would have been the proper play here. And would have been the proper follow pretty much. We just group out with the deer stones and we have super strong units already. Just messing up some units now. Not too sure why I don't have any spears. He's 100% gonna add some knights to deal with this now. He needs a front line for this. Still not a single upgrade. He's just looking for master now. What's he gonna do with this? We're gonna be fully upgraded when we hit him here. So we start pushing here. Our elite archer, veteran archer, sorry, upgrade kicks in here. And we're ready to engage him here. I have the plus 9 boner runner dash damage right now, stuttering right there. And yeah, this is just gonna be easy fights for us. He has no upgrades on these still, so we have attack speed buff here as well, which I use, of course. And this is the simplest fight for us. No way you can defend this. Look at how easy these smell. No armor. And no blacksmith to be seen yet at all. Since I'm going for this side, I should be moving over the distance as well, but I don't think I ever moved them over here, so that never happens. So yeah, a slight bad, like, I noticed in the game here, so I had a pretty bad wood transition here, so if I had a better one, just start positioning rams right now and it would have been easier, we would have had a much easier time. Second armor finishes here, so we're in an insane spot. He still has no upgrades on his unit, so still missing one attack upgrade, I think. Oh, we did get it straight away, so we have both attack upgrades and getting the melee armor as well, so we are miles ahead, centuries ahead in terms of upgrades here, so never gonna happen here at all. And we see this massive group of buildings here again as well, ready for us to plunder. Get those 100 resources per building here. He's trying to capture some sacred sites here, get some, maybe try to distract me off the push. And, but what does he expect to happen here? He has a buff here to just get the one extra armor here as well, but that's about it. That's all it is. These are just way too behind in terms of upgrades. We have all the upgrades all on our archers now, so plus fan buffs. Imagine if I had Kurutai here as well. If we would be pushing that, like we would literally trade 90% for 100% of. I mean, we would lose 10% of our army and he would lose 100% pretty much. The mass difference would be massive, especially with this amount of upgrade differences here. So he's just capturing sacred sites here, I think. Trying to distract us is a bit, as I said before, and that's about it here. Stables do come up here, but the big problem is he is missing a blacksmith for upgrades. He has none. He's also that's me actually. No, so he has, okay, he's not throwing too many resources, but if I rebalance this with my market, we would literally just add more rams here and finish him. But he's dead here. No way he recovers. 63 to... Wait, there we go. 28, so 50% more still. And no wood income still. Where's the wood gonna come from him? And he's losing houses again. Now he's gonna recover this. And this is close to the end of the game pretty much. I think there's like one-on-one engagement. For some reason he had the crossbows here, I'm not too sure why. Guess he ran low on resources. So he wants to use some of his gold to get crossbows going. He's probably has... Oh, he has got 4 tickets here as well he could be using. But yeah, big problem for him. No upgrades at all on his units. But yeah, this is pretty dead for him. Eco at home is looking pretty good now, even though we start off quite early. Then balance is a big problem here for me right now. But we're getting a lot of resources from just killing these buildings off as well, so most of it just goes to more archers, so the gold never gets used. So that creates a massive imbalance. So these knights have no upgrades on them still, no blacksmith, so they are still not going to be useful for him. But yeah, pretty much over here we can just watch this in cinematic mode. And yeah, this is it. This game was played on stream earlier today, so if you want to see more like this, more even live versions of this, pretty much check out my Twitch. But otherwise, thanks for watching everyone today. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and like, since that helps a lot as well. Next video is probably going to be a Mongol build order for professional scouts, so that should be quite fun. Otherwise, have a good one. Peace out. Bye.